Hello and welcome to Yogi in Disneyland. I was thinking I would make this into a series. Probably be about 20 chapters. We're basically going to do a guided meditation today through the book Yogi in Disneyland. And if you like it, I should be posting this to YouTube. And please subscribe to the channel and follow me on Instagram, Yogi in Disneyland. This is the book that we'll be reading out of today. Awesome cover art by Pale Horse. Thank you very much. Yogi in Disneyland, Finding Enlightenment on the Dark Rides of the Magic Kingdom by Eben Sterling. Metta Dharma Yoga, San Francisco, California. Spoiler alert, love wins. Sorry to give it away at the beginning. I have 3 short quotes, any of which could be used as a mantra or meditation. Start by reading these. Know that when thou learnest to lose thyself, thou wilt reach the beloved. There is no other secret to be revealed, and no more than this. And more than this is not known to me. It's by Ansari of Herat. Seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, and all else shall be added unto you. The Gospel according to St. Matthew. Open your heart. Panda Express fortune cookie. Our first illustration is by Tim Lehigh, amazing tattoo artist, heavy metal musician, black metal musician, and all-around awesome artist and guy. This is, of course, the caterpillar on his mushroom tucket, smoking the hookah. Introduction. The great storytellers are the closest we'll ever get to truth-telling, for truth is a dynamic, fluctuating shimmer that requires a poetry of double meaning, innuendo, and extrapolation. The Bhagavad Gita and Ramayana are such stories. So are Star Wars and Beauty and the Beast. They are love poems, parables, holy songs that demonstrate the truth of being, the capital T truth, that life is a mirror of the universe, a mirror with a reflection that could only be viewed as a play which unfolds upon a melodic refrain. Many of the rides at Disneyland are similar tales, vehicles which ride upon a story buoyed by song. A life within a life, a journey through a land within a land, a multimedia, multi-layered allegory whose meaning is both in the carrier of the story and the story itself. When I speak of dark rides, I am referring specifically to these rides at Disneyland that tell a story. They're called dark rides, not because they're negative or shadowy, but because they literally are in the dark. You go inside. And what is this story? That the experience of life and of our very consciousness is a constant cycle of birth and death. The unity of opposing forces of light and dark, love and fear, yearning and satisfaction. In every breath and every day, every year, in every single moment, we experience the eternal, infinite, and divine. As we become conscious, get lost, and ultimately return to what is always here. That is the nature of being. That is the experience of spirituality. The holy song that can be heard by any and all whose ears are opened by their heart. How fitting that the symbol of Disney is those big round ears, always present like satellite dishes, So let's put on our Mickey and Minnie Mouse ears and tune into the storyteller's song, the holy transmission that is wonderfully and majestically performed each day by the Technicolor Orchestra known as Disneyland. Next illustration is by Max Stern, at Max Stern Design. It's a wonderful image of Mickey Mouse, the classic t-shirt design. But here he's turned into a paisleyed cosmic traveler of the universe, ever unfolding, ever in motion. Prologue, it's a little background. October 2007. The first time I went to Disneyland as an adult, I was overwhelmed with emotion while watching the fireworks show over Sleeping Beauty's castle. My heart swelled along with the music piping through the speakers. My 3-year-old son sat on my shoulders. I was surrounded by humanity, and in that moment I was proud to be an American. I was engulfed in love as I looked upon my wife. It had not always been easy. God knows I can be a self-centered jackass. Yet, at that moment, in fuchsia light, I was surrounded by love so tangible it could not be denied. It was crowded, my shoulders were sore, my feet hurt, and yet I was floating. I could see that instant as the culmination of my entire life, all the struggle, all the heartbreak, the loss and death, the hard work, the battles, challenges, and victories. I was one man, yet I felt completely connected to my family, my nation, to humanity, and to the very fabric of the universe. Well, maybe not completely connected, but I felt at home. I was happy. I belonged. I was part of something fundamentally good and meaningful, the sacred amidst the mundane, the holy rising out of the secular. If that is as close to God as I ever get, I will die knowing the truth. This was the real deal. And now we will move into our meditation for today. This is to begin part 1 of the book, which is purification on the path to yoga, to oneness, to union. We must clear away the obstacles that are impeding our connection to the Lord, to God, to one. So this will be a meditation around a mantra, if we may call it that, a repetition, a concentration meditation that goes like this. Thank you, God. Thank you for this life. Thank you for all the blessings on this day. So we will be repeating this. Thank you, God. Thank you for this life. Thank you for all the blessings on this day. This is a gratitude meditation in order to purify the heart, to clear the heart of impediments, of hindrances, and the practice that we're going to do will be to unify this repetition with our breath. Any practice done with the rhythm of the breath, connected to the breath, is yoga, I've been told. So this will be our yogic practice for today, gratitude meditation, purifying our heart, our soul, our spirit, and our mind. So you can see I have my little altar here. I've got Hanuman sitting here holding my beads. He, of course, has his own beads that he's always wearing. I've lit a candle. I have some saints here. I have Paramahansa Yogananda. I have Ram Dass and my guru, Mickey Mouse. These are all my guru. Hanuman. Shiva is in here. The Shiva Lingam. Ganesh, of course, the son of Shiva. Buddha. Some other little things like a pine cone from a redwood tree, which is very deeply connected to my sense of spirituality. So I take just this moment to show you the way in which I create bhav or bhava, which means a spiritual mood. And I think that this is a lot of what Disneyland does in a sense, is it creates these moods, it creates these scenes, these plays in which we are able to be engulfed in a sense of wonder and joy. And to me, those are the essence of God consciousness. Of course, God is everything and includes all things, but my connection is generally rooted in a sense of joy and wonder, of innocence. And these feelings are fostered by the altar and through the process, and through what is referred to as bhav, the spiritual mood. One thing I do like to do, since we're doing purification today, is to burn some white sage. It's in many traditions, practices, it's considered a purification. Whether that's just in mood, the smell, burning is symbolic, very tied to Shiva, burning away attachment, negativity, things that are holding us back. But mostly I just love it. I grew up in Ojai, California, and this white sage is grown there. I picked it myself, and it reminds me of home. It reminds me of childhood, and just that innocent wonder, that clear-headed, clear-hearted wonder. So I'm going to burn a little sage to get us started. I also use this abalone little tray that was a gift to me from a dear friend. And abalone also was grown in Ventura County, in the Channel Islands. In that area, it grew naturally and is, to me, related to Chumash Indians who lived in Ventura County, where the white sage is from. So to me, it just creates this feeling of connection, of belonging, of being home. So I'll go ahead and do that, and we'll start with our meditation. It's my extra spiritual independent truck's lighter. Smoke up the set. Just run a little bit of sage smoke around the altar for Hanuman, for Mickey, for Ram Das, for Yogananda. Neem Karoli Baba is in here too, a great saint, a guru, one who brought so many to God consciousness. Hello, Maharaji. This was another gift that was given to me, and it's a fortune cookie, Panda Express. This one says good luck, but it's to remind me to open my heart to love. So I like to purify the altar, purify the space. Do a little circle around. So whether this has any true vibrational effect or anything, it mostly to me is just setting the mood, the bhav, bhava. Okay, so I like to use these beads. These are Rudraska. I can never pronounce it right, but they're called the Tears of Shiva. Many people will meditate with 108 beads. Mine, mala, this is called, broke, and so I only have 94 beads, but try not to get too hung up on numerology. It does have a center place, this little thing, so I can go around with one breath per bead and know when I get to to the end of the cycle. I'll come back to this. So find a way to sit that's comfortable. We're going to be here for 10-15 minutes. Go ahead and close the eyes. Maybe take a couple deep directed breaths, controlled breaths. I like to raise the shoulders up to the ears, let them drop, just to get into the space that I'm in. Settle in to this space. Big yogic breath, raising the chest, and then letting it fall. Start in the belly, expanding with the in-breath all the way up through the chest. Raising the shoulders up and dropping back down, just settling into the space. Start to be aware of the chair that you're sitting in or the cushion. Feel your feet. We'll start by doing a little mindfulness body scan, just to inhabit this space, to relax a little bit. Taking some more nice breaths, just purifying the body with air, filling ourselves with the energy of the breath, waking us up and relaxing into the space, maybe rolling the neck and shoulders a bit. Start by wiggling our toes a little bit, just to be in this moment, to be in this space, the here and now. Scanning across the feet, the soles of the feet, my heels, the ankles, just being here in this space, grounding, some might call it, some do call it. Up the ankles, the calves, to the knees, feeling the chair, the thighs, the buttocks, feeling the chair against my back. The main instruction is just to sit in a relaxed way, but with the spine straight, head over the spine. This is for clarity of mind, for awakeness, since we're trying to be awake here. We're not trying to go to sleep. We want to be in a relaxed but alert state. It's not about going to sleep, it's about awakening. So we want the mind to be alert but serene. Up the spine, past the belly, the guts. Feeling the breath in and out in the lungs. Imagining this heart area at our core. This is where love may emanate. The core of our true self, our heart, our love center. And out through the arms, we send the heart energy, the spirit, through good deeds in our hands and to our throat, back up to our throat so we may speak words of love. Speak helpful, kind, and honest words emanating from the heart, from our soul, from our spirit, from our place of love. Up the back of the neck, to the head, into the brain, sending love from our deepest core outward and inward. From the very depth of us, this love will pass through every part of us, up into the mind, illuminating our mind with loving thoughts, with loving focus, with loving direction. This is the voice of God, of the Lord, of Spirit, the Spirit of the universe, this creative intelligence that brought us to this place, that is this place that we are. We have been created. We have come into this manifestation, and we have the opportunity to choose love, to bring our thoughts back to love, to charity, to generosity, to forgiveness, and to gratitude. So continue scanning through the third eye in the middle of the forehead, if we wish to think of such a thing. To the top of our head, and outward to the universe, to the cosmos, to the stars from which we came. Perhaps envisioning a thread going from the floor through our feet, through our body, and connecting us to the divine, to the cosmos, of which we are always a part of. But the job here is connecting the thoughts, the mind, the heart, the feelings, to it all, to the earth. We are a bridge between heaven and earth, between the stars and the ground. We are a place in between, both God and not God, both individual and all. One with it all, no separation. Now that we are settled into this space, we are grounded in the infinite, in the eternal, and the temporal, and the spatial. We are everything, we are nothing, we are all. We will begin our repetition, one breath at a time, one bead at a time. On the in-breath, thank you, God. We should say this internally, quiet in our mind. I'm only saying it externally in order to be instructive. The in-breath, thank you, God. Out-breath. Thank you for this day. Sorry, I'll start again. In-breath, thank you, God. Out-breath, thank you for this life. And then resting between breaths, thank you for all the blessings on this day. Again, in. Thank you, God. Thank you for this life. Thank you for all the blessings on this day. Just connecting with the breath, letting the breath be, not guiding, just being in alert serenity, conscious awareness. In. Thank you, God. Thank you for this life. Thank you for all the blessings on this day. Thank you, God. Thank you for this life. Thank you for all the blessings on this day. And continue. God. Thank you for this life. Thank you for all the blessings on this day. Thank you, God. Thank you for this life. Thank you for all the blessings on this day. Keep repeating inwardly, thank you for all the blessings on this day in between each breath. The mind will start to wander into stories, past and future, mundane things of life. You're hungry, you want breakfast, that pair of shoes you saw on the internet yesterday, but just guide the thoughts gently, just to be aware of them, note the mind has wandered, and come back to the breath, to the repetition. Thank you for all the blessings on this day. In breath. Thank you, God. Out breath. Thank you for this life. And repeating till the next breath. Thank you for all the blessings on this day. as we continue to scan the body for feelings and sensations, as we see the mind jumping to past and future, just constant distraction. I invite you to look inward and sense any emotional feelings that you may be having. See the wholeness of this experience of the human incarnation of thought, of body sensation, of emotion, and just thank God for it all. Whatever arises, just meet it with gratitude. Know that it is a bridge back to the present moment. It's a bridge back to our sense of wonder at having these bodies, these minds, these emotions, this creative intelligence that brought us to this place with these feelings, with these thoughts, the wonder of it all, the logic of it all, the order of it all, even in chaos, just bringing us back to the moment, in every moment, a life, a death, and a rebirth, in every breath, in every day. The sun comes up, the sun goes down, like the waves on a beach, rising, cresting, breaking, and retreating back into the vast ocean. This present moment is eternity. This space is infinite. No beginning, no end. Just one with it all in these beautiful vessels that perceive it. What a gift this is. What grace we've received. Thank you, God. Thank you for this day. Thank you for all the blessings on this day. Thank you, God. Thank you for this life. Thank you for all the blessings on this day. Just keep repeating. Do 5 more breaths. Rub my hands together, sort of a Kundalini practice. Create a little friction, a little heat, and then hold my hands, the warmth over my eyes as I open them and return to this place, to this room, to this space with you. Ease back into the moment. Let's say a little prayer that we bring this love, this gratitude, this joy, this sense of wonder with us in our hearts and outwardly through all our actions and thoughts today. Ask that love guide and direct our thoughts and actions. That love hold us in its loving arms, right in the palm of its hand throughout the day, that we may feel at home and loved and surrounded by love and emanating love from our deepest place, emanating gratitude for the grace that is this life, that is this day, that is this incarnation. What a blessing. Let us meet all things in this day, good, bad, or neutral, pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral, with love and gratitude. For we get to perceive these things. We get to be the witness of this play, of this creative intelligence, this spirit of the universe, of which we are a part of. Welcome home. The kingdom of the heart is always open to us if we decide to enter through the gates, and know the happiest place on earth is right here, together with you and with the Lord, with oneness in yoga, in union. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.